Yeah, but can you, okay. Yeah, I'm trying to get all of those things there. I must have used a different camera. On-screen markers. Oh, output on-screen displays. Want this one. Want that off. LCD mirror image. Maybe I want that on. Okay, not. Okay, do you not see anything other than the image? Like no things on the side? It's just hard because I can't show in a tile. Here we go. Oh, wait, good. All right, I'm gonna go around the room. Check 1, 2, 3. Check, check. Check 1, 2, 3. Check, check. Ashley's mic. Check, check 1, 2. Brian's mic. 1, 2, 3. Are you on the computer that I'm normally at? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. The levels are going on the OBS, right? Check 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, so I was gonna text Ryan and tell him bring your Chromebook and log in too, but if I were to present, I'm gonna remove myself off the time. If I were to present, and I go to a Chrome tab, I go for this. Now the question is, if I play it back here, and now are you getting an echo? I wonder if I have to remove the mic.
They say that a hero can save us. I'm not gonna stand here and wait. I'll hold on to the wings of the eagles. Watch as we all fly away. Someone told me love will all save us. But how can that be? Look what love gave us. A world full of killing and blood spilling. That world never came. And they say that a hero can
And now you can hear me through the, right, I'm gonna go back to the microphones again. Check, check, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Sounds pretty good. As long as you're speaking into it, you should be fine. I'll have to adjust the audio. 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, well, that kind of gives my Now, if someone else is doing a presentation, I'm gonna have to do the same thing. Hey, John, it's Mark. Can you hear me? Hello, John. This is Mark. Can you hear me? Can you see me? Give me some indication, please. One of the monitors in here is off and won't turn on. It keeps going to sleep. I don't know what's going on with that. Okay. Well, no, it's not. I'll come right back. So I'll keep it. Should I mute the mic right now in here? So then when people come in? Okay. and then have her respond.
Joy, can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you. Thank you.
Perfect. Thank you. Go ahead, Ashley.
Sue, can you hear us?
Have her say something.
Can you say
She shook her head
yes?
yes. Oh, you want to hear her?
I can hear you.
Can you
Okay,
get
thank
fancy
you.
and put Sue on one screen and join?
Thank
the
you.
other?
No, I would never.
No, I can't.
I believe in you.
Are we still waiting for people, Ashley, or?
No, we're all set.
Okay, all right, give me a second.
Sue, you're ginormous.
Okay, we are live.
Okay. All right, welcome everyone. We're going to begin with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States, to the republic for which it stands, nation under God, indivisible, and justice for all.
All right, we'd like to begin this evening with a moment of silence for the former principal of Grand Island High School, Dr. James Dempsey, who passed away recently. Thank you. Roll call this evening. We have Glenn Bobek excused, Jake Rover, trustee Nicole Novak, trustee Jude Kuhn, district clerk, Dr. Brian Graham, superintendent, and Ashley Dreyer, president. Sue Marston, vice president, is virtual. We have Joy Lamarca, trustee, virtual, and Robin McCreary, trustee, is with us as well. Just a couple of announcements. Emergency exit is directly behind me and directly in front of me. If any of us need to leave, and if you could silence your cell phones so that they don't disrupt the meeting, that would be great. Okay, if I could have a motion to approve the agenda for September 8th, 2020, please.
No motion.
Okay, motion, Robin second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any
Aye.
objections? Any abstentions? Motion carried 6-0. And if I could have approval of the minutes from August 24th, 2020, please. Can I have a motion for that?
I will motion.
Jay motion, can I have a second?
I'll second.
Nicole second. All in favor? Aye. Any objections? Any abstentions? Motion carried 6-0. We have some recognition and good news from our football coach, Mr. Centerio. Did you want to talk about that, Dr. Graham?
Is Dean, were you able to log in and join us on our Google Meet?
Yes.
Dean, if you have an opportunity to unmute, we're very proud of our football program here at Grand Island High School. And of course, many people know that Brett Kern is a graduate of Grand Island. And for the past 3 years, he has made certain that he always recognizes Grand Island schools through an NFL grant that he personally has the opportunity to award because of his outstanding Pro Bowl status as an NFL football player. So not only has Brett Kern provided our district with additional funds through this grant, but he also has carved out time every year to work with Dean and Dean's coaches and our athletes. So Dean, I was wondering if you could just spend a couple minutes just sharing with the board and the community this wonderful relationship that we have with Brett Kern and some of the things that we've been able to purchase with this grant.
Sure. First off, I want to thank everyone and thank the board and Dr. Graham for honoring us in our program. That means a lot from everyone. So thank you very much. Brett Kern was obviously an outstanding punter for us in high school in 2003. He was the All-West New York punter and All-State punter for 2 years. He went on to the University of Toledo and got a scholarship there, which doesn't happen very often for punters in the country. And then, now he's with the Tennessee Titans. And because he's been a Pro Bowl starter the last 3 years, you're eligible to receive a $10,000 NFL grant in that player's name through an application process. I've filled that out the last 3 years, and we've been approved for it. You got to tell them about your program and the things you've done and the things you need for your program. And we were had an opportunity to receive those funds. We have ordered last year with the $10,000, we ordered 2 3-man basically blocking sleds that are about $4,000 pieces of equipment apiece. With that, we got a couple tackling rings that you use on the field and some ground bags. So that's what we bought with that $10,000. This year, we were able to purchase 3 coach pads, which are specifically used for coaching football on the field. So each one of our programs has one of those that they can use on the field. And we're in the process of ordering for the other $7,000 that we have for this year. We're in the process of ordering a couple single tackling sleds and some more tackling rings that can be used for all 3 programs, modified, JV, and varsity. And next year with the $10,000 we just received, we plan on trying to supplement our uniforms for our programs from the modified up to the varsity. So far that's what it's been used for and what it will be used for. So it's been a big benefit to us.
That's great, Dean. And there's one other piece of recognition we wanted to, shine a spotlight on tonight, and that's the outstanding work that you have done over the many years as a football coach for our young men. We're very proud to hear that the Buffalo Bills selected you in 2019 as one of the outstanding coaches, and with that designation, we received an additional $1,000 from the Buffalo Bills. And it's my understanding that this is the 6th time in your coaching history that you've received this outstanding Buffalo Bills Coach of the Week recognition. And just from me to you, I can't be more proud of what you do and your team does with our young men and this program. So congratulations, Dean, for everything that you do for us and our community.
Well, thank you very much. And those awards are a testament to the coaches that coach with me: Steve Stack, Mike Stauffer, Brian Willits, Jeff Johnston, and obviously all the kids that have played for me.
Does anybody have any questions for Coach Santorio?
No,
Congratulations, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
What a great job you do with our football program, you and your entire team, and we are very proud. We're very proud of our Vikings, so thank you. Thank you for all the hours and after-school hours, and I know it's more than what we see because you're probably studying the game and studying your opponents and working on plays late at night and spending so much time in preparing for a season. So thank you for all the hard work that you put in.
Well, again, I appreciate it. Thank you so much. It's a nice honor to be recognized. I appreciate that.
Thank you, Dean.
Thank you. Okay. On to our public comment session. Agenda items only. Okay. And nothing under curriculum instruction. So we are moving on to personnel instructional with the removal of Jennifer Ortner-Hahn. Could I have a motion to approve instructional PI 1 through PI 3 and B, the addendum B?
I'll motion.
And the second?
I will second.
Okay, Jay second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any
Aye.
objections? Any abstentions? Motion carried 6-0. And moving on to personnel non-instructional, if I could have a motion to approve PNI 1 through PNI 3, please. A motion. And the second? I'll second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any
Aye.
objections? Any abstentions? Motion carried 6-0. Now we are on to the finance section with Dr. Harris. with us? Or do we have any introductions?
No, I don't think so. Our principals that are on, hopefully we didn't miss any introductions under personnel, but please chime in if you have somebody you wanted to introduce. Otherwise, we'll go right to Dr. Harris.
Dr. Graham, I have one introduction.
Okay, thank you.
Good evening, everyone. I have the pleasure tonight of introducing Angela Hamilton. Angela is filling our reading probationary position at Kegabine. Angela is a current resident of Grand Island, and she has been a teaching assistant over at Huth Road for the past 12 years. Congratulations, Angela, and welcome to Kegabine.
Thank you, everybody. I'm so excited for this new opportunity. So thank you to the board and Dr. Graham and Felicia and Max too, of course.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Okay, goodbye.
Thank you.
I actually have one person to introduce today. I think I saw Heather Robinson on our list of participants. Heather Robinson is going to be the newest teaching assistant in our school, replacing Penny Schmidt, who had recently retired. He is a graduate of Geneseo with a Bachelor of Science in Early and Childhood Education and a Master of Science in Early Childhood and Special Education from Niagara University. She's joining us. She's a Grand Island graduate, actually, and she's, of course, she just finished college, so she's, starting off her career here at Huth Road, and I welcome her to the Huth Road family.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Welcome aboard. So we are now on to finance with Dr. Harris.
All right, so hopefully I'll get through this stuff quickly. I think everybody can hear me. So we have a couple of obsolete requests. We have the obsolete equipment from food service, which was a service line, which was removed from the high school. It's pretty banged up, so they're asking for that to be declared obsolete. We also have a request from IT, which seem to be multiple items, including monitors, little mini drives, those things. An attached list is provided for that. They're requesting those items to be declared obsolete because they're old and are not sellable. And then we also have obsolete textbooks from the high school that are requesting to be declared, and you will see the number of copies and the names of those books. The next item on here is D, which was the donation that was already mentioned in Dean's recognition component. So congratulations to him and all he does. So there is a $1,000 donation from the Buffalo Bill Foundation. E is the transportation contract. It's an extension, meaning we've had this contract in place in the prior school year. The state allows you to do extensions for about 4 or 5 years before they make you go out and collect bids again. This is for Buffalo Transportation, and this covers an off-island student and helps the transportation department. So that is on here as an action item. Oh, then we have F is the RAN and TAN. RAN is a revenue anticipated note. TAN is a tax anticipated note. And the reason why we are requesting this is because we are not sure of the release of state aid funds. Usually for Grand Island, we're more back end heavy anyways, but you do have some school districts that get their money a little bit earlier and they have not received those, or it's coming in slowly, and the expense side still has to occur. So you can do a 12-month borrowing. That's usually it's less than a year or 2 a year. You do a borrowing to help with cash flow purposes. So we're getting this, we're asking for approval just in case we run into a cash flow issue. That information would be shared with the board prior to us doing any type of borrowing, but this allows us to move forward with having the conversation with our financial advisors if needed. G is donation of masks. There were 480 handmade masks from a Grand Island resident. I think her name is Jan. I might have butchered that though. Jan, I'm gonna go with Jan. So we thank her for that and are very grateful for all the donations that we've gotten this entire time throughout COVID. And then H is budget transfers over 15,000. And I think the big one is probably COVID related expenses, moving things from a general construction area to another area to support COVID. And the same thing happened from the general fund. The public safety pandemic is our COVID line that we use to make purchases.
Okay, thank you. If I could have a motion to approve finance.
Can I ask a question? I'm sorry, Ashley.
Sorry, go ahead.
Can I ask a question to Ruby?
Yes.
So the revenue anticipation note, the RAN resolution, from, just so I understand this, we're approving it to allow you to have the conversations, but you will come back to us if you need, if there is additional money that you want to borrow, so we'll know the amount.
Right.
And all that beforehand.
Yes, all of that information would be provided beforehand, before any action is to move forward. Actually, this came out to us from BOE sharing it with local districts. And some districts get it approved every year because, and I've been in districts before where you know that maybe you're waiting for state aid to come in the beginning of January, and that December payroll is just going to break the bank with how much cash you have on hand. So we're just preparing, but I don't foresee anything, and I definitely would have a conversation prior.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you.
Not a problem.
Okay, thank you. Any other questions?
Just one question, Ruby. On the transfer we made from teaching section 7-12 to public safety pandemic for 25,000. The explanation is additional funds needed for gowns and translator services.
Hold on one second. I'm just going to that sheet.
Sure.
Yes. So we had to, we purchased and we actually just received gowns, which are part of the PPE. So people that are working on the bus as a bus attendant who may have direct contact with special needs children, or in the classroom where they're, you may have a student that is more loose with bodily fluid. I think that's an appropriate way of saying that, just to allow if they want to wear an extra layer. So we did purchase those, and those are in each school building as well as the transportation department. And then translator services was to translate the documents that had to go home for ESL students. And I don't, Cheryl, do you know how many languages we had to do? Because I don't remember.
You know, and I'm going to defer to Felicia as well, because she helped with this. You know, we have many different, I think we have 11 different languages in the district, but we specifically targeted those families that didn't speak English at all. The others we did ask, and they said that, you know, they would prefer it in English. So I think we had 5 or 6 translated copies, not only of the parent letter that went home, but also we condensed the plan, the reopening plan, down to 25 pages, and we had to post them on our website. Felicia, is that correct? 5 or 6? Am I in the ballpark? Okay.
Yep, I believe it was 6.
Okay, thank you.
So we did that, and also just so it's known, we were able to secure people that I think we have worked with in the past when it comes to the translator service, which saved thousands of dollars, because the initial document I received as a payment for just one language was $10,000. And so there was a lot of going back and seeing if we could solicit other service providers to get that down, and we were able to do that.
And Ruby, I can say, you know, the people that we utilize, one is a Grand Island graduate, and one of and our Spanish version is actually a retired teacher for the district. And in one of the other languages, I believe the Arabic one was our own PC ENL teacher that teaches for the district. So yes, we were able to utilize people that we are familiar with in most instances.
Thank you.
Not a problem.
Okay, any other questions?
Maybe for Dr. Graham or Ruby, as far as COVID expenditures, do we foresee much more? Are we pretty well set moving forward?
So,
How do you feel?
Ruby
Question,
would
maybe?
say we are all set.
We're all set.
And then we have gentle debates every now and then. But quite honestly, I think we've done as much as we can do.
I would agree with everything that Dr. Graham expressed. And I think the part that is unknown is how quickly we're going to go through items. You know, we bought an abundance of gloves. Will the gloves fit people's hands, or how are we using them? So I have, and I know other administrators have also spoken to everyone, just expressing to them, making sure we're properly using all of the items. That way we're not just wasteful with, you know, they're there, so let me grab another one. That type of process. So we are keeping track. And I would also feel comfortable saying that some things are probably still hidden to make sure that it lasts. But a conversation would definitely be had to update the board beyond what is on this list of what's known to be expensed before we move forward.
Thank you.
Thank you. Any other questions? Okay, if I could have a motion to approve finance A and A through I, please.
I'll motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any objections? Any abstentions? Motion carried 6-0.
Okay, then J, just so the board is aware, we did have our external auditors in. They only came in for a day. They've been doing everything remotely. We're finishing up with them in a remote way. So basically through their program and through email. You will have a audit presentation that first meeting in October. K is the budget transfers that are under 15,000 for you, and L is just a COVID-19 expense breakdown, and it also shows the budget areas where that came from. So you'll see when you see HCP2, that's capital project area, and then A fund is general fund. And then I do know, I believe that Dr. Graham had shared out about the Erie County CARES funds that were being made available to schools. And I'm almost positive, Dr. Graham, correct me if I'm incorrect, but those funds are to be used towards COVID related things, correct?
Yeah, that is correct.
Okay, so that will assist there. And I think it's pretty direct on it being COVID related, not just anything, but if anything changes in reference to what those funds can be used for, we'll update the board at that time. And that, I think, is it, hopefully. Yes, that's it.
Thank you. Moving on to special education with Cheryl Stidham.
Thank you very much. Good evening, everybody. I have 3 action items tonight. Letter A is for our CPSE program recommendations. Letter B is our CSE program recommendations. And if you remember from last time, I did present the code of conduct for the first read. It had the mask, the temporary, during COVID mask regulations, rules, whatever you want to call them. So I'm asking for that final read tonight. And if you could provide me with action, I can get that posted to our website, please.
Okay, any questions on those items? If I can have a motion to approve special education pupil personnel services A through C, please. And second?
I'll second.
All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Any objections? Any abstentions? Motion carried 6-0.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Nothing under policies. We are moving on to the superintendent's report.
All right. Well, thank you very much, everybody, for being here and for watching online as well. We thank you for your participation in our board meeting. Today, under our COVID-19 update, I just want to share with the board and the community just some information and maybe some numbers and data to support all of you in your thinking about the reopening of schools. As you may know, in Erie County, since March, there have been 330,881 residents who have been tested for COVID-19. Of those tested since March, there have been 10,157 confirmed cases of COVID in Erie County. And sadly, 681 people have died since March. Additionally, there have been 152 individuals on Grand Island who also have tested positive for COVID-19 since last March. As many of you have been seeing in the news, around Western New York, the infection rate for COVID-19 has been slowly increasing. As of September 6th, the infection rate in Erie County was 2.7%. I'm not sure what the number is today, but later on I'll take a look. I think the critical information that we need to share with our students, of course, all of our faculty and staff and our community, is that wearing masks, especially when we are unable to maintain proper social distancing, is absolutely critical in reducing the infection spread. I've indicated that in a letter to families that wearing a mask is the most widely held successful means of preventing the potential spread of the virus, and we encourage everybody to continue doing that. And of course, with school opening tomorrow, I know our students will comply and be appropriate with mask wearing. As the board knows, we have purchased thermal temperature scanners, and now we've put them on portable carts. So you'll see tomorrow at our main entrances, our nurses will be manning the thermal temperature scanners as students enter the buildings. I really want to thank our IT department, Josh Nichols and Robin Kwiatek, as well as our school nurses for embracing this idea and working together in an effort to add one more layer of screening as our students enter school each day. This week, every classroom will be receiving or have received a new HealthMate air purifier from a company called Austin Air Systems. They're small, they're not very loud, but they filter the air in the classrooms, and they're another layer of safety and wellness for our students and our faculty. I want to thank Jim Rosler and Ruby for researching and procuring these devices for all of our classrooms. I was really excited when I walked around today and saw them being set up in our classrooms. Some of our community and our board members may be curious about sports and any updates that we have as of today. The latest guidance from the New York State Public Health Athletic Association came out on Friday, and since then, Section 6 worked over the weekend and are working this week to finalize their recommendations. I know that our athletic director, John Roth, had to attend a meeting on Saturday as well as today as they review this guidance from the New York State Public High School Athletic Association. So right now, the current guidance is that low and moderate risk sports could begin this September, and high risk sports like volleyball, football, and cheerleading may be allowed to practice or move to a different date. So that information will come out by the end of this week, and we'll have a better understanding of what Section 6 and the Niagara Frontier League will be recommending for sports this year, at least this fall, I should say. Cheryl Cardone and Ruby have been doing an amazing job. Cheryl today had to take on the additional duties of filling out information in a new requirement that the governor has set up through the Department of Health. Every school district and every school must report information on the number of students who are enrolled, the number of faculty, staff, and administrators attributed to our buildings, and we need to be able to give the New York State Department of Health daily information on whether or not we are aware if somebody has tested positive for COVID-19. That information started today, even though we didn't have students, and will continue on a daily basis. We believe that the governor will, we know that this is a requirement for us, but we also know and believe that the governor will have a special executive order requiring that as, by law, that every district do that. So that information will be on a dashboard that'll be collected through the Department of Health and be available online. And I think probably tomorrow, if not by the end of the week, we'll have that link available on our reopening page so that any member in our community can go to that link and see the information that's being collected from every school district across the state. Cheryl, did you want to add anything to that? I know you took care of that today. So thank you. Oh, yeah.
Yep, no, I got it. Yes, and I will, there's pieces to it. There's pieces to that, so I will be reaching out to the principals for your help with some of your information regarding how many students on Monday, Thursdays, how many are all virtual, and how many are on Tuesday, Friday. They are very specific in wanting to know how many students are in the buildings at particular times, including our staff and teachers. So not only do you have to fill it out for every single building, but it also has to be filled out whether you are an all in-person day, an all hybrid day, or an all virtual day. So those numbers will be constantly changing on whatever particular day you are reporting. So more information to follow. Thank you.
Thank you, Cheryl. Thank you for taking the leadership on that. So, Mr. Gordon, at this time, I want to share with the board a little welcome back video that I created. It's a timeline video that starts just before March 15th, just before the school districts across Erie County closed for 5 weeks. And the timeline video extends throughout March and April, May, and June, and of course, July through August. And it's just a kind of a reminder of the timeline that we've all experienced since last March and how much progress we've made in our reopening. So Mark, if you could play that, that would be great.
I'm so high, I can hear heaven. Oh, but heaven, no heaven, don't hear me. And they say that a hero can save us. I'm not gonna stand here and wait. I'll hold on to the wings of the eagles. Watch as we all fly away. Someone told me love will all save us. But how can that be? Look what love gave us. A world full of killing and blood spilling. That world never came. And they say that a hero can save us. I'm not gonna stand here and wait. I'll hold on to the wings of the eagles. Watch as we all fly away. Now that the world isn't ending, it's love that I'm sending to you. It isn't the love of a hero, and that's why I fear it won't do. And they say that a hero can save us.
We're on. Welcome to the 2020 first ever BCMO.
To the wings of the eagles, watch as we all fly away. And they're watching us. They're watching us as we all fly away. I dream in color and do the things I want. You think you got the best of me, think you've had the last laugh, bet you think that everything good is gone. Think you left me broken down, think that I'll come running back. Maybe you don't know me 'cause you're dead wrong. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Stand a little taller. Doesn't mean I'm lonely when I'm alone. What doesn't kill you makes a fighter. What's that fever lighter? Doesn't mean I'm over 'cause you're gone. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger, stronger. Trust me, myself, and I. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Stand a little taller. Doesn't mean I'm lonely when I'm alone. You heard that I was starting over with someone new. They told you I was moving on over you. You didn't think that I'd come back swinging. You tried to break me, but you see what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Stand a little taller. Doesn't mean I'm lonely when I'm alone. What doesn't kill you makes a fighter. What's that fever lighter? Doesn't mean I'm over 'cause you're gone. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger, stronger. Trust me, myself, and I. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Stand a little taller. Doesn't mean I'm lonely when I'm alone. Thanks to you, I got a new thing started. Thanks to you, I'm not the broken hearted. Thanks to you, I'm finally thinking about me. You know, in the end, the day you left was just my beginning. In the end, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Stand a little taller. Doesn't mean I'm lonely when I'm alone. What doesn't kill you makes a fighter. What's that fever lighter? Doesn't mean I'm over 'cause you're gone. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger, stronger. Trust me, myself, and I. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Stand a little taller. Doesn't mean I'm lonely when I'm alone. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger, stronger. Trust me, myself, and I. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Stand a little taller. Doesn't mean I'm lonely when I'm alone. When I'm alone. I am unwritten, can't read my mind. I'm undefined. I'm just beginning, the pen's in my hand, ending unplanned. Staring at the blank page before you, open up the dirty window, let the sun illuminate the words that you could not find. Reaching for something in the distance, so close you can almost taste it. Release your inhibitions, feel the rain on your skin. No one else can feel it for you, only you can let it in. No one else can speak the words on your lips. Put yourself in words unspoken, live your life with arms wide open. Today is where your book begins. The rest is still unwritten. Yeah. Oh, oh. I break tradition. Sometimes my tries are outside the line. We've been conditioned to not make mistakes, but I can't live that way. Oh. Staring at the blank up the dirty window. Let the sun illuminate the words that you could not find. Reaching for something in the distance, so close you can almost taste it. Release your inhibitions, feel the rain on your skin. No one else can feel it for you, only you can let it in. No one else can speak the words on your lips. Drench yourself in words unspoken. Live your life with arms wide open. Today is where your book begins. Feel the rain on your skin. No one else can feel it for you, only you can let it in. No one else can speak the words on your lips. Drench yourself in words unspoken. Live your life with arms wide open. Today is where your book begins. The rest is still unwritten. Staring at the blank page before you. Open up the dirty window. Let the sun illuminate the words that you cannot find. Reaching for something in the distance, so close you can almost taste it. Release your inhibitions. Feel the rain on your skin. No one else can feel it for you, only you can let it in. No one else can speak the words on your lips. Drench yourself in words unspoken. Live your life with arms wide open. Today is where your book begins. Feel the rain on your skin. No one else can feel it for you, only you can let it in. No one else can speak the words on your lips. Drench yourself in words unspoken. Live your life with arms wide open. Today is where your book begins. The rest is still unwritten. The rest is still unwritten. The rest is still unwritten.
As the song indicates, the rest is unwritten, right? And it's so true. So in our district, we are absolutely fortunate to work alongside excellent SRP teachers, confidential clerks, and administrators who have all focused on bringing students back to school for in-person instruction. We're very excited for tomorrow and are prepared to embrace all that we have planned and all that is unwritten in the days, weeks, and months ahead. So that's the superintendent report for today. Any questions?
No, but thank you. Thank you for everything you and your team have been doing, Dr. Graham, to get us ready for tomorrow. I think we're as ready as we possibly could be, and I think we have so many safety measures put into place that, you know, it's been a tremendous amount of work, as you can see from the video, and you know, I think we're still, I know students are excited, and I know that there'll be some glitches along the way, but that we are as prepared as we could possibly be for tomorrow. I'm confident of that. So thank you for all of your hard work and our SRPs that we toured before this. So those plastic barriers, oh my gosh, thank you to all of our maintenance staff and our just everyone that has worked so hard to put all of the protective plastic barriers in place in all of the classrooms. It's just an unbelievable amount of work and of plastic. Oh my gosh. So thank you again for everything. Okay, Board of Education report, nothing. And public comment session, general items not included in this agenda, nothing for that as well. So we are on to committee of the whole items and information for the roundtable, beginning with Jay.
Yeah, so I guess I would just like to once again thank everyone for their tireless efforts in working towards our common goal of reopening the schools. Just a few short months ago, it seemed like an insurmountable task, but with the teamwork, flexibility, and determination, here we sit, and there's a lot of anxious and excited students, very happy, believe it or not, to come to school tomorrow. My daughters being 3 of them. So just thank you, and much appreciated, and I hope everyone has a great start to the school year and makes it a wonderful school year.
Nicole. I just want to thank everyone for all they've done and wish everyone good luck, either Wednesday or Thursday, whatever your first day is, for teachers, students, administrators, SRP, grandparents, whoever's helping out. Good luck tomorrow. You? Okay, I'd just like to, again, say thank you to everyone that has made this opening possible and who has worked so hard to make sure that we have a safe and successful reopening. A lot of planning has gone into this model, and I hope that students, teachers, administrators have a great first week of school. Sue, did you have anything for the roundtable?
I just want to say ditto to what everybody else has already commented on our efforts to open our school district for the school year. I just want to wish everybody good luck and remind everybody, including students and parents alike, to be patient and to be kind. We're all working through the unknown here, and we'll get through it. It's going to take some time, but we just need to work together as a whole, the school district and our students and support systems at home. So we'll get there. Just be patient, be kind. Thank you.
Hey, Joy.
Same here. Thank you for everyone's hard work in getting the schools ready for tomorrow, and good luck. And as soon as we log off, I'll be making lunch for Olivia tomorrow. So good luck, everyone.
Robin.
What can I say that has not already been said? Just best wishes for a smooth opening tomorrow. I do want to add that I am very confident that any glitches along the way, we have a fabulous team on Grand Island to kind of iron everything out. If ever there's a school district that I can place my son in, it's going to be where it is.
Okay, Dr. Harris.
So one, I just want to really explain to people the amount of effort and energy that went into putting a plexiglass. What was originally you're ordering maybe 6,000 or 7,000 pieces. When those pieces actually came in, they were double and triple to create those. So our maintenance department and everyone who has pitched in, because I know administrators have been places trying to organize things as well, has really touched at least 12,000 pieces of plexi in getting this organized. So between that and just making sure the air purifiers are able to be in every single classroom, so when kids walk in, that is what they're seeing. It's been phenomenal. Seeing people come together has been phenomenal. I've always said seeing people at Grand Island just work as Vikings has always blown my mind, and this was no different. Just teams of people coming together to make it happen as I sit in Kegabyne with Felicia trying to get up these last couple of dots on her plexiglass so we can call it a night. But I just want to say thank you for everyone, their patience, their effort, the energy that's went forward. It's definitely noticed, and I am ready for tomorrow to be here.
I know I already went, but can I just bounce off what she said?
Sure.
I've seen these plexiglass boxes in the hallway. These come in a big flat sheet, and there's 2 folds here, and then there's like little tabs on them. And then they're all Velcroed to the table. And they look like they're all nice and straight. The rooms that we've been in, like, they look phenomenal. Beautiful job.
Yeah, I can't imagine how many hours that took and how much work.
My fingers are
Time and effort and energy. Cheryl Cardone.
Yes, I wanted to congratulate Angela and Heather. I also wanted to add that we have a new teacher aide. I'd like to welcome her to the high school. I think she started today. Her name is Brianna Bush-Zagoda. I want to also thank Ruby and Brian for being great teammates, this entire summer with all the craziness that we've gone through. But most importantly, I want to thank our principals and our assistant principals. you are on those front lines tomorrow with welcoming all of those kids. And, as I look at all of your faces and I talk to you every day, you come with a wealth of experience. Some of you like Felicia, it's your first year. Max, it's your second. Adam, your first year as well. John and Mike and Denise. It's varied with your years of experience too. But thank you all for your tireless efforts as well. And we will be here to support you. It won't be easy, but as Sue Marston says, we'll all be flexible. We'll get there, and everything will be okay. So again, thank you to everybody.
Thank you. And I just wanted to say one more thing, and that's to remember to wear your masks. So if you're packing lunches, make sure you have the mask ready to go as well. Everybody make sure you have your masks tomorrow, and to please, please, please wear them, because all this effort to get open, we would like to remain open. And we definitely would like that for an entire school year. So please, in order to do that, we need students to wear their masks. So parents tonight, if you're talking to your students or, this week, please impress upon them the importance of keeping their mask on throughout the school day and to be kind and patient, because there are going to be things that come up and we will deal with them as they do, and just recognize that everyone's done their best in preparing for the reopening in the school year and has put a tremendous amount of time, effort, and energy into ensuring that we're ready for tomorrow and Thursday. With that, Dr. Graham, do you have any final thoughts?
Just two things. One, I am very blessed and fortunate to work here in Grand Island. My son is also blessed to be a student here, and our family is thrilled to be here in Grand Island. So this is an awesome team. There are wonderful people who have the same goal in mind for opening safely tomorrow, and it's really a joy to work with everybody. Lastly, I would just remind everybody that since March 15th or earlier, we haven't seen a lot of buses on the roads. So for our community and those listening tonight, please remember to pay attention to those red flashing lights, pay attention to the stop sign that becomes visible when the red flashing lights are turned on, and that we stop and honor that requirement, and that we are looking out for children who are crossing the street or getting on school buses tomorrow. So with that, I say thank you very much.
Okay, thank you. I'd like to adjourn the regular meeting at 8:21. If I could have a motion to do that, please.
I have a motion.
And a second? All in favor? Aye. Any objections? Any abstentions? Motion carried 6-0. Thank you and good evening.
Thanks.